Hey guys, this is Orshi from Tiny Dragon Tarot, and this is going to be our weekly Feel Good Friday reading. I had to think about the name. And I chose a stone for this reading as well. It's Dalmatian Jasper. And, we are closing off soon, the first week of the new year. And I don't know, about all of you, but some of us might have gotten bad news already. And, it's sometimes hard to find the strength to stay in that positive mindset that you can instigate to change and you can have things better when life is like, I'm gonna test you, I'm gonna give you some stuff to work through. So I chose this Dalmatian Jasper because it supposedly helps you instigate change and helps with actually setting goals and bringing them into reality or something like that. I just translated it from Hungarian in my head, so that could be awkward. So I pulled a few cards, two oracle cards. We'll go back from my two newest oracle deck, and a few tarot cards to see how we can help our mental health. And I was specifically thinking about how can we maintain a more optimistic, healthier approach, because sometimes we go into the new year thinking that, oh, this is a change and maybe things are gonna get better, and then things are not, because it's just a change in the calendar, and we kind of feel disappointed, and we can hit a new low around this time. So I was thinking about pulling a few cards to see how we can maintain what we already achieved last year. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we have second house and resources in the first oracle card, and we have the the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Okay, I'm gonna put these on the side. Hopefully all the tarot will fit. I don't think, because I forgot to move up my camera, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. So second house and resources. We need to use what we have to not lose hope. And what I mean by that is that by now, even within just those few weekly readings that I did here and on my main channel where I started this series that you can also check, we've discovered quite a few ways to deal with stress and maybe approach harder things in a more healthier way. So use those resources that you already not just learn from my little channel, but what you already learn, or what you already have at hand. Maybe you have books, maybe you have videos you always meant to watch about how to deal with stress, how to deal with not losing hope and stuff like that. There has to be a lot of resource out there because unfortunately it's needed. So use those. We need to find these resources and use them, and keep healthy. These resources should be healthy. So don't use something that would just numb the pain. And with the great gathering, which I can't pronounce, I like the it's all coming together, because it means that what we got with this, with the resource, that is all coming together, that we're coming together as as individuals who can deal with the hardship. We're getting there. We're putting all together, all those defense points, and we will have a defense system soon in place if we don't have it already, that we can use, meditation, manifestation, journaling, talking to a therapist if you can, talking to a friend, because we also have, soul tribe. And soul tribe can be a weird way to say, or too out of place notion for some. So just think about supportive friends, supportive family members, those people who are there for you when you need help, who who those people that you can message and tell them that, hey, today I have a really bad day and I would like you to just tell me how, no, not tell me how I could feel better, because that's, not their job. Tell them how you want them to react that would make you feel better. So what I mean by that is, don't just tell them that, hey, I feel bad today, and I need your help, because they will try to help you in their own way, and their own way in that moment might not be what you need. Sometimes we just need someone to tell us that, hey, everything is going to be okay. Remember, trust the process, trust that we're here all together, we're working on ourselves, we're working on doing things for, doing and working for things to get better, and this is just a bump on the road, and you'll get there, and you're gonna do great. Even if that's not a practical solution, sometimes, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I realized, in the past year or so, that we have to be very clear about what we want. And clear communication doesn't just mean that, hey, you tell what you want in a way that you think it's understandable. You have to be sometimes quite literal. Tell people that, hey, I just need a hug. I don't need you to try to solve my problem, because I know it's not your job, and B, I know it's not something that you can do instead of me. But today I need you to just hug me, even if it's a visual hug. So I get that message from this card. And let's see some tarot cards to see what we can. Oh, okay, look at that. The Emperor. Oh, I love that. We have a foundation. We have what we can use and build on, like what I said with the resources. We also have the Five of Wands. So it's important to not get into petty arguments because we're worried, because we're in an anxious state of mind, because sometimes we start bickering with people because we're so terrified to say out what we're actually worried about, because there's real fear that things are not gonna work out, that instead of that, because if we say it out loud it becomes real, we just start being like, oh, today the food wasn't how I expected it, and the weather sucks, and this happened, and that person is horrible, and we start being that negative person. So it's important to remember not to do that as much as you can. We have the Hierophant, and in this deck it's quite interesting, because it kind of looks like someone who's conducting, and I don't know if that, no, it's not the right word for sure, but who's organizing behind the scenes the whole show for the circus. Someone who has a greater knowledge and who knows each pieces on the board, which kind of gives me a little of the Knight of King of Swords feeling as well, by the way. But with the constellations here, and with Soul Tribe and the deck specifically, I think it's more of a reminder that there are bigger structures in place in life that we can use, and use as a support system, as a foundation as well. And for some people that can be faith. I'm not going to say, if you believe in anything religious, any organized religion, then you're a horrible person, because it's obviously, and I hope obviously, not true. There's a lot of people, a lot of good people who believe in those things, and until they don't use that to hurt other people, I don't see a problem with that. It's not, it's their best way of coping in life. So I'm not going to ever take that away from anybody. And so that can be something, or for you it can be science. It can be that universal laws, after all the shitty things, usually good things start happening, because that's how things are balancing out each other. So something like that. And if you're spiritual like me, and with the constellation, you can just be there and be like, this is the shared the collective, it's this is the collective, or higher self, and someone is here and uploading energy and information that will come back in different areas and will help us. And we also have the Knight of Cups. So, and I want to see Ace of Wands. Okay, that's the last one. So I'm gonna put the Ace of Wands here. and it's not completely symmetrical. And yeah, I have an issue. So yeah, okay, while I deal with my issues. So 9 of Wands, Cups, sorry. We have the fire here, we have the water here. I'm kind of feeling with this one is that in this case, when it comes to our mental health, when it comes to our well-being, it's better if we just try and, you know, make mistakes while working on our emotional balance and expressing how to express our emotions and make mistakes with that, than, you know, be overly cautious and reserved because we're worried that we're gonna, you know, hurt someone else's feelings. Because this is more about, you know, don't do things to mask a feeling. And this is like when you honestly and openly try to communicate and tell what you need and listen to other people what they need as well, because that's important as well. You know, balance is key in every relationship, but sometimes you're not there. Sometimes you're not in a place where you can give back immediately. So you know, and if you're in that place, if you're in that very one-sided place, that's okay too, for until you can get over it and until you can work through those issues. Because, you know, if you're empty, your cup is just barely holding any water, you can't, you know, share it with other people. And with the Ace of Wands, that's a beautiful thing because it's a new start, it's an opportunity. So from all this, maybe from all the negative and sad and depressive feelings that might come up during the first week, or might came up during this week, try to find something that you can turn into a passion project, turn into something that ignites your soul. And that can be very, very different for a lot of people. It can be obviously art, but it can be turning this whole into a new self-care routine, reaching out to other people and, you know, trying to help them because you know how it feels. It can be going outside for, I don't know, 15 minutes every day and just stay still and just, or if you know, if you can't walk around in nature, just stand in the garden and listen to the birds and do something new. That how I read Wands is connected to health, actually, physical health. So the Ace of Wands in this reading for me is a new habit, a new opportunity to develop something that's good for your physical body as well. Because, you know, fire feeds your soul, but it also feeds your physical body, especially with the healthy habits. Okay, so this is our first Feel Good Friday. I don't know how you guys feeling, but I'm feeling better. So maybe this was for me. I don't know, but I hope it is helpful for you two guys as well. Please do comment down below, share with me, you know, any new habits that you can think that are not too big enough to, you know, fail with it, that we can all start developing. Because if we share these things in the comments, that can be useful. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Like I said, hit that bell icon because I will be going live if I haven't already. I mean, I'm planning, I'm hoping, but we will see. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I wish you the happiest possible 2022, and see you next week, if not before that. Bye.